Great Expectations by Charles Dickens is a classic novel that has captivated readers with its compelling narrative and rich themes since its publication. This essay provides a detailed synopsis of the storyline, explores the central themes, offers a critique of the novel, examines the historical context, and includes a short biography of Charles Dickens. Great Expectations follows the life of Pip, an orphan boy raised by his sister and her husband Joe Gargery, a kind blacksmith. The story begins with young Pip encountering an escaped convict named Magwitch in the marshes near his home. Terrified, Pip helps the convict by providing him with food and a file to remove his shackles. Shortly after, Magwitch is captured, and Pip returns to his life with his sister and Joe. Pip's life takes a dramatic turn when he is invited to the home of Miss Havisham, a wealthy, eccentric old woman who was jilted at the altar and now lives in a decaying mansion. There, Pip meets and falls in love with Estella, Miss Havisham's beautiful but cold-hearted ward. Despite Estella's aloofness and constant reminders of his low social status, Pip becomes infatuated with her. As Pip grows older, he begins an apprenticeship with Joe, but his dreams of becoming a gentleman and winning Estella's love persist. His fortunes change unexpectedly when a lawyer named Jaggers informs him that he has come into a great fortune from an anonymous benefactor. Believing the benefactor to be Miss Havisham, Pip moves to London, leaving his humble origins behind. In London, Pip befriends Herbert Pocket and begins to live the life of a gentleman, though he increasingly becomes ashamed of his past and of Joe, who remains loyal and kind. Pip's arrogance grows as he adapts to his new lifestyle, but he is haunted by doubts about Estella's feelings and the true nature of his benefactor. The revelation that his benefactor is not Miss Havisham but Magwitch, the convict he helped as a child, shatters Pip's illusions. Magwitch, who has become wealthy in Australia, has dedicated his life to making Pip a gentleman as a way of repaying his kindness. Faced with this truth, Pip's world collapses, and he is forced to reassess his values and relationships. Determined to protect Magwitch from the law, Pip's plan to help him escape fails, resulting in Magwitch's capture and subsequent death. During this period, Pip also learns painful truths about Estella's parentage and the manipulations of Miss Havisham. Despite these hardships, Pip matures and gains a deeper understanding of loyalty, forgiveness, and true gentility. The novel concludes with Pip returning to his modest roots, reconciled with Joe and his wife, Biddy. In a revised ending, Pip meets Estella years later, and there is a suggestion of a renewed, more hopeful relationship between them. Themes: social class and ambition. Social class and ambition are central themes in Great Expectations. Pip's journey from a humble blacksmith's apprentice to a gentleman in London reflects the rigid social hierarchy of Victorian England. Pip's desire to improve his social standing and win Estella's love drives much of the plot, but ultimately, his experiences reveal the emptiness of material wealth and social status. Dickens critiques the superficial values of the upper class and highlights the importance of character and integrity over social position. Crime, guilt, and redemption. The themes of crime, guilt, and redemption are woven throughout the novel. Magwitch's transformation from a convict to a benefactor, and Pip's eventual acceptance of him, illustrate the possibility of redemption and the complexity of human nature. Pip's own feelings of guilt for abandoning Joe and Biddy, and his efforts to make amends, underscore the moral growth that comes from facing one's mistakes and seeking forgiveness. Love and loyalty. Love and loyalty are explored through Pip's relationships with characters such as Joe, Biddy, Estella, and Herbert. Joe's unwavering loyalty and love for Pip, despite Pip's neglect, contrasts sharply with the superficial relationships Pip forms in London. The novel suggests that true love and loyalty are found in selfless acts and genuine connections, rather than in social ambitions or romantic ideals. Wealth and poverty. The contrasts between wealth and poverty are starkly depicted in Great Expectations. Pip's rise to wealth brings him neither happiness nor fulfillment, while characters like Joe and Biddy, who embody the values of hard work and kindness, find contentment in their modest lives. Dickens critiques the inequalities of Victorian society and the corrupting influence of wealth, advocating for a more just and humane social order. Personal growth and self-awareness. Pip's journey is one of personal growth and self-awareness. His initial naivety and ambition give way to a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. Through his experiences and hardships, Pip learns the value of humility, compassion, and true gentility. The novel highlights the importance of self-discovery and the transformative power of personal development. Great Expectations is widely regarded as one of Charles Dickens's greatest works, praised for its richly drawn characters, intricate plot, and profound social commentary. The novel's strengths lie in its detailed portrayal of Pip's growth and the complexity of its themes. Characterization. Dickens' characters are vividly portrayed and deeply human. Pip's journey from innocence to experience is both engaging and relatable. Joe's goodness, Miss Havisham's eccentricity, and Magwitch's redemption are all memorably depicted, adding depth to the narrative. Social commentary. Dickens' critique of the social inequalities and moral failings of Victorian society is both powerful and compassionate. The novel exposes the superficiality and corruption of the upper class while celebrating the virtues of kindness, loyalty, and hard work. Dickens's social critique remains relevant and thought-provoking. Literary style. Dickens' prose is characterized by its wit, eloquence, and precision. His use of vivid descriptions, symbolism, and intricate plotting create a rich and immersive reading experience. The novel's blend of drama, humor, and pathos showcases Dickens's literary genius. Pacing and length. Some readers may find the novel's pacing slow, particularly in the detailed descriptions and subplots. The length of the novel may also be a challenge for those seeking a more concise narrative. Sentimentality. Critics have argued that Dickens' portrayal of certain characters and situations can be overly sentimental. The novel's emphasis on moral lessons and redemption may come across as didactic to some readers. Unrealistic plot elements. Some aspects of the plot, such as the coincidence of Magwitch being Pip's benefactor, may strain credibility. These plot devices, while central to the narrative, may be seen as contrived by some readers. Despite these criticisms, Great Expectations remains a beloved and influential work, celebrated for its insight into human nature and its enduring relevance. Great Expectations was published in 1860-61 during the Victorian era, a period of significant social, economic, and cultural change in Britain. The Industrial Revolution was transforming the economy and society, leading to rapid urbanisation, technological advancements, and changes in social structures. The Victorian era was marked by stark social inequalities, with a widening gap between the wealthy elite and the working poor. Dickens' portrayal of the social hierarchy and the struggles of the lower class reflects his deep concern for social justice and his critique of the entrenched class system. The novel's setting in both rural Kent and the bustling city of London highlights the contrasts between different ways of life and the impact of industrialisation. The rural scenes depict a simpler, more honest existence, while the city scenes expose the corruption, ambition, and moral decay associated with urban life. Dickens was also influenced by contemporary literary and cultural trends, including the Gothic novel and the Bildungsroman, a novel of personal development. Great Expectations incorporates elements of both, with its mysterious and suspenseful plot, and its focus on Pip's growth and self-awareness. The novel's serialization in Dickens's own magazine, All the Year Round, reflects the popular reading habits of the time. Serialized fiction allowed readers to engage with the story over an extended period, creating anticipation and discussion. This format also influenced Dickens' narrative style, with its cliffhangers and carefully paced revelations. Charles Dickens was born on February 7, 1812, in Portsmouth, England. He experienced a challenging childhood, marked by his father's imprisonment for debt and his own work in a blacking factory at a young age. These early experiences of poverty and hardship left a lasting impact on Dickens and influenced his later writing. Dickens began his literary career as a journalist, before achieving fame with his serialized novels, starting with the Pickwick Papers in 1836. His subsequent works, including Oliver Twist, David Copperfield, Bleak House, and A Tale of Two Cities, established him as one of the greatest novelists of the Victorian era. In conclusion, Great Expectations is a timeless classic that continues to inspire and challenge readers. Its exploration of the human condition, social class, and the pursuit of happiness remains relevant today. Dickens' masterful storytelling and enduring message make Great Expectations a must-read for anyone seeking to understand the complexities of the human experience. We hope you enjoyed this bite-sized guide to Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. Let us know what you think of the book in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. You'll become a literature expert in no time.